Hey again, guys. Welcome, all micro fans. Microman here. So, as promised, this is part two of my retrieved collection of micro machines, my original micro machines that I had for the longest time, more than 20 years, I think, before I went overseas, and then donated them to my much younger cousins. However, I was very pleasantly surprised. And this next part, you'll see even more, to an even greater extent, why I'm very pleasantly surprised at what I found. And so let's get into that. Okay, so these uh, are among my favorite, really, they were among my favorite belongings for about 20 years. Now, okay, you probably can see what this is. This is one of the original Micro Machines military playsets, and it is almost completely intact from what I can see. This is another Micro Machines military playset. This one is almost completely intact except for this bridge over here, which is a pity, really a pity, but maybe I can make one to resemble the original. Tiny's drive-in, or drive-through rather, civilian set, one of my favorites, seems to be mostly intact. And then here we have another civilian playset. This was the police station, and here we have Last Chance Garage from the Biker Mice. Okay, anyway, those are the playsets. Okay, but what I want to show you, because I mean, playsets are cool and everything if they're intact, but what is even cooler is this. Okay, there we go. Now, I don't really have a surface to lay everything out here today, but I just wanted to share this with you guys because I'm really excited at what I found here. So if you saw part one, you know that I got back some of my original Micro Machines, quite a lot of them, and some of the sets were even intact. But look what I have here. Look what I have here. My entire Series 1 Micro Machines military collection. And I've only looked at it very briefly, but it seems that possibly everything is still here, and it seems that with the exception of some very, very minor damage, it is all still very in very good condition. And I got to give a shout out to my cousins Dylan and Rogan. If you're out there, thank you so much for keeping these intact. This means a lot to me. So let's see what we have, and let's try and keep it under 10 minutes, because YouTube doesn't let us post videos over 10 minutes unless we give them our DNA and all those things. So, okay, let's just take them out very quickly and see. I'm not going to lay them out in sets. Remember, guys, these came in sets of 3. And unbeknownst to me, believe it or not, over 20 years, I actually thought that these were all Galoob Micro Machines. They were not Galoob Micro Machines. It turns out they were actually Hasbro, unless I'm really mistaken here, but they were Hasbro. I'm trying to see whether there are any insignia on the bottom here. In any case, I'm fairly sure these were Hasbro, which explains why they were slightly bigger than the original Galoob Micro Machines. But one way or the other, these were actually good quality. They were very good quality. They were very detailed, as you can see. They were quite durable considering how detailed. Oh my gosh, here is a broken one. This one is slightly broken. What a pity. One of the rockets is broken, but okay. Let's keep going. And even the wheels, which are usually what break, are not broken on these aircraft. But yeah, so like I was saying, Micro Machines military were actually Hasbro Micro Machines, which explains why they were bigger. Put that one there for now. There, and basically there were two opposing forces. So the one was called the Freedom Force, I believe. Look at that, my favorite truck of all time. Look at that. Wow. And the other one, the other opposing force, so I guess the evil guys, they came in this blue and gray camo, Freedom Force in green and brown camo, Terror Troops in blue, gray, black camo. Those were basically the bad guys, and they were, for the most part, very accurately, um, very accurate scales of real military weapons. Now, in some case, there is some science fiction um, in the designs of these things. Very cool chopper over there. Was that a Black Hawk or something? I don't remember all the names. I used to know the names of all of these. Um, this was also Terror Troops. Okay, let's move down here. Okay, Humvee. There's a Freedom Force one as well. Put it there, you can see it a bit clearer. Very, very cool. I'll put it there. Here is another Freedom Force vehicle, a tank. There is actually something missing here. Okay, that's the second damage that I see. Here is the Freedom Force Humvee. Let's put it over there. Terror Troops Humvee, Freedom Force Humvee. Another Freedom Force tank. Freedom Force Jeep, very, very cool. See what else we got. Another Freedom Force tank. This one I think is one of those, science fiction types. Here is a Terror Troops tank. Gosh, guys, I'm sorry about the focus of this, but I gotta hold this device while I'm showing you. I don't have any of my equipment here. There is a, well, as you can see, a boat. But what was this? Freedom Force. Okay. I'll try and show you what's left. Okay, there is one of my favorite items. Well, I love them all, but this was like a really futuristic chopper, helicopter. And, okay, this is the other one that was damaged. I did see this earlier. But, thanks again to my cousins, the other skid is still in there. So this is very easily repairable. I'll put it here for now. Okay, now let's get into the rest of the Terror Troops, I think. So, let's lay them out here. Okay, so there is an ACV. There is a... Yeah, these all have a lot of, moving parts. There's another Terror Troops ACV with different camo. That came with one of the playsets, I believe. Each playset came with one vehicle. There is a hovercraft, Terror Troops hovercraft. Here is this is actually Freedom Force. I think this was an F4, if I remember correctly. There is a science fiction type Terror Troops vehicle. And this is a Freedom Force vehicle, aircraft, I think. Let's put it there. Yeah, sorry for the rush, guys. I just don't want the video to go over 10 minutes. Obviously, if you got questions, leave them in the comments. I can make more videos about these. I'm thinking of maybe doing dioramas now that I'm out of the country, which shall not be mentioned, and I have time to kind of relax a bit. But here's a Freedom Force battle cruiser. Here is a Terror Troops battle cruiser. A battleship battle cruiser, sorry guys. Whatever they are. And then here is a Terror Troops cargo and transport chopper. Let's put it. That was not the best background over here. You guys don't really see. But anyway, there. Let's put it there. Here is a Terror Troops chopper. Very cool one. Perfect condition still. Here is a bomber, which I think was Freedom Force. Let's put it over there. Okay, what do we have left? Here is a Terror Troops battleship. Let's put that over there. Here is a Terror Troops tank. So where should we put that? Let's put that over there. Not much, not very organized. There is a Terror Troops. Well, we got to put that here, I guess. Aircraft. Here is yet another MCV. So yeah, the Terror Troops had 3 of those. Wow, I remember that. For some reason I thought the Freedom Force had one as well. Hope it isn't lost, or maybe I'm mistaken. Okay, here's another Terror Troops futuristic fighter aircraft. And then here is this one's very cool. Well, they all had moving parts on them, all of them, I think, except like, maybe the truck and so on. But they all had moving parts, and things like this, where these warheads could, where you could display it like that, and they had opening latches and so on. Okay, here is another Terror Troops tank. Put it over there. Here is a Freedom Force aircraft carrier, and this one is missing something. This one is missing something, like a satellite dish or something. Okay, so that's damage number 4, I guess. But nothing really huge. At least it isn't, broken in half. Here is a Terror Troops. I think this is a Harrier jet. Let's put that over there. Here is a Terror Troops submarine. Very, very cool. Man, this is reminding me of Red Alert and Command and Conquer and all these things we used to play. Okay, guys, so that's it. This is the skid for that helicopter. So that can be, what was it? This one here. The Bell, I believe. Something like, I think it was called a Bell. But that can be repaired. Okay, anyway, guys, forgive my lack of knowledge on what these things are called. I used to know them all by name. But there is Series 1. Now, there may be vehicles missing here. I don't want to get too excited, but I'm still very, very pleased at the condition that they're in. Oh, and by the way, look what else I have. All the soldiers that came with them, all the military personnel. And let me just see. I'm not going to count them on the video because that would bore you and so on, but I assume they are all here. I assume they are all here because I was told by my aunt that these were not really played with by my cousins. So that means they're probably all still here. Wow, I'm so glad. I mean, there's so much one can do with these, dioramas, and setting up scenes and all these cool things that one can do. Really, really glad to have these. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video by your favorite MicroMachines collector, Microman. And this is Microman signing out. Let me know if you got any comments, any questions below, and also feel free to contact me. I see the video's already over 10 minutes, so hopefully you'll get to see everything. But yeah, until the next one, signing out. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.